Hello, hello everyone. It's Mona again from Back Pain Movement Makers. Today it's day 84 in our 365-day free challenge where we go live 365 days, not in a row, but for 365 days and talk about healing back pain for good, but also living a fulfilled life. Not 365 days in a row since my dad was in a kind of serious accident and I didn't have the energy to do that live that day. But anyways, today is day 85 and we are in the middle of a kind of clarity question period, or what we could call it. You get three, or we get three clarifying questions. Questions on from focused on every daily of the 10 daily holistic healing habits, and helping us to become problem aware. And that is a very good start, because without knowing where we are and what the problem is and where we want to go to instead, we cannot change. We have to understand that there is a problem somewhere and what the problem is, of course, and then what we would like to have it instead of the way it is right now. So, sorry about that. And the subject of the daily habit that we're focusing on today is be in contact with your true self or the highest consciousness every day, and preferably throughout the day. So here comes three questions. I have channeled these questions before. I just on forehand. So I don't. I want to have them written down. So the first question is, what kind of advice do you think that your true self or the highest consciousness would give you? What kind of advice do you think that your true self or the highest consciousness would give you? Number two, if you became still and listened to your true self or the highest consciousness every day, do you think that your quality of life would change? Second question, one more time. If you became still and listened to your true self or the highest consciousness every day, do you think that your quality of life would change? And the third question is, in what way would it change your life quality? It's referring to. In what way would your life quality, your quality of life, change? Okay. So those are the three questions for today. And tomorrow we're going to be focusing on consuming nutritious food and beverages every day and throughout the day. But if I say like this, that we are kind of having split minds. We have the ego that is telling us what to do and think and say and how to act and so on. And the ego is like our inner commentator. We are not our egos. Our egos are kind of programmed. We have learned them and learned the ego's behavior from our own experiences, but also from other people, of course. And especially when we were young, when we couldn't even choose to take in, what to take in and what to leave out. We just took everything and thought it was true. And listening to the ego will cause us suffering. And those of you who has lived here for centuries, from some decades now, uh, you have probably noticed that even if we follow the ego and does exactly what it tells us to do, it doesn't give us any rewards. We're not happy, at least for very, very long. And it could also turn on us and accuse us then for doing what it said us, what it told us to do. So listening to the ego will never make us feel whole, unconditionally loved, and fulfilled. Never. Not for very long at all. It will it is always after the quickest way to get out of pain and into pleasure, no matter if the pleasure moment is very, very short. And afterwards, it's accusing us for, how could you be so stupid to do what I just told you to do? But it won't admit that it ever told us to do something. So to have something else to listen to if we want to heal for good and live a fulfilled life is essential. And the highest consciousness and our true selves are giving us advice all the time, in words, in feelings, in pictures, in everything that is surrounding us almost all the time. But if we're too busy keeping ourselves busy to not think that hard, or just going on autopilot, then we're losing this kind of guidance. We don't hear it. So to become still, preferably in the morning before we do anything else, and listen to that guidance, is a lifesaver, I think. It just changed my life in ways that I can't even describe in words. I am so much calmer now. I don't worry that much. Of course, I do that some once in a while, but that is mostly programming and bad habits. Instead of, I know it won't help. I know it won't help to listen to the ego. It will never do. It's never done. It has never worked either. Um, so listening to the inner guidance, your true self or the highest consciousness, is the absolute biggest gift you could give to yourself and your near and dear ones. Because when we are in contact with our true self and the highest consciousness, which are basically the same thing, we feel the way we naturally are meant to feel. We feel safe. We feel loved, unconditionally loved. We feel that there is nothing to fear. We feel that everything is going to be okay. And we also feel that everything is okay, no matter what happens all around us. And to go back to that feeling, I have even got myself an app that is making a sound every whole hour. So it will remind me. Now I'm kind of lazy, so I don't have my phone with me all day when I'm home. So I miss it sometimes, a lot of times. But that doesn't matter, because every time I hear it, I connect back with my true self or the highest consciousness. And it's such a relief. It's such a relief. And my goal is, of course, to realize as soon as I'm out of that contact, to realize that and go back in again. That is my absolute most important goal right now. Because when I'm in that mode, when I'm in that mood also, and when I'm in that vibration, everything is perfect. So I really recommend that you try this habit out. And if you want more guidance on what to do and so on, just go back to watch the summary. That would be from day 71 and forward. And also, you could find that habit. That would be the 5th week in the 365-day free challenge. Okay, that's everything for today. And I wish you much love and blessings, of course. See you tomorrow. Bye.